Copperbelt University will establish 2 nature reserves at its Riverside and Kamfinsa campuses so that students studying natural sciences can do practical lessons within Kitwe. The exercise, which is expected to cost over 1.6 million kwacha, will see 63 hectares of land being stocked with wild animals. Paul Shalala has details in the following report.
This land at the Copperbelt University CBU Riverside campus in Kitwe has been like this from the time the institution was established in 1987. The area is a 9-hectare plot and is waterlogged throughout the year. Only a small portion has been used, and this constitutes a student center. But now, management at the country's second largest public university has found a better use of this land. The area will soon be transformed into a nature reserve. The park will have a number of animals, mostly herbivores, which students from the School of Natural Sciences can study for their practical lessons.
Our practicals are highly centered on nutrition, animal nutrition, as well as health. So when you go in the national park, students have to take samples of the vegetation, they have to take samples of the dung, and then they have to transport those here where they are allowed to come and do the analysis to understand what is it that is the diet of these animals. Do they have sufficient nutrients? Because ideally those are things that we're supposed to be doing, which are very critical to wildlife management. We should know when are animals having plenty of food, sufficient nutrients, and when are they having inadequate, and what can be done about that. So it has been a huge challenge. When it comes to animal health as well, we've got vet doctors in our school. We have to go in the national park, get specimens, get samples from the animal. But to get permission from the Department of National Parks to do that has been a huge challenge. That's why we decided to say it would be very helpful if we can have this facility here, where we have some animals which we can be able to use to understand animal nutrition and how the diet of animals change across the year. Which season do they have plenty and which season do they have less? What nutrients are available when and what nutrients are not available when? The information which we believe will contribute to the management of wildlife in general in the country. Because the Zambia Wildlife Authority, the Department of National Parks now, does not do that.
The university has also decided to turn its 54 hectares farm in Kamfinsa into another nature reserve. The establishment of these 2 nature reserves will cost the institution over 1.6 million kwacha.
And I must say here that KCM is the second organization thus far which has come forward to provide a contribution. Right? The other one, which is not here, the organization is not here yet, but I'm sure they will come at some point, is Zambif, through Dr. Carl Ewing. He's one of the directors of Zambif. And as I understand it, that contribution is probably coming from his own pocket as well, not necessarily from Zambif itself. Right? So I must thank KCM for coming to the aid of the Copperbelt University in an area where, which is so crucial. We need to teach people correctly. They need to be able to hit the ground running when they go out there, you know. And so your positive response to our cry can only be applauded, and I don't know how else we can do it, but I think the only way we can do it is by making sure that we train better and better professionals for KCM as well as for the nation.
To raise the money, the university has approached a number of institutions for help. So far, Zambif and Konkola Copper Mines have responded.
This event has been called to facilitate KCM's contribution of $10,000 to the Copperbelt University to enable the institution to establish a nature park within the university premises here at Riverside and Kamfinsa. We've already been told that it's a big area in Kamfinsa of 54 hectares. For KCM and our parent company Vedanta PLC, our philosophy is underpinned on 3 facets. These include people, planet, and prosperity. To elaborate a little bit on these aspects, KCM seeks to ensure that we continue to contribute to a planet where people and nature have space and good care in order to have prosperity at all levels in a sustainable way.
Currently, students from the Copperbelt University School of Natural Sciences have to travel to various national parks to get samples of animals. However, due to bureaucracy in getting permits to visit the parks, sometimes students do not succeed, hence the need to establish these nature reserves. Paul Shalala, ZMBC News in Kitwe.
And finally, to the arts. Kitwe's Little Theatre is hosting its 4th Sotambe documentary